White, cloudy sky. No sunshine to be seen. Spent a lot of time looking up. What about down? My son's in there watching this program. He likes to watch TED Talks. He's like 5. He loves TED Talk, especially the ones that are animated. And of course, we're watching something about the Earth and space and how many atoms are in your body. I think it's like an octillion atoms in your body. Something like billion, billion, billion. More than the stars in the Milky Way. Just, amazing concepts, of course. For a kid to try to grasp that, it's a joke. And for an adult to try to grasp that, it's even more of a joke. Maybe the kids can grasp it better than we can. But they were talking about the core of the Earth and how the core of the Earth is, solid, molten metal. I think since we grew up, we've been picturing that we spend a lot of time looking up into space and trying to figure out where to go. But when it comes to the Earth, we have very little to go on. I mean, how far can you go? We can go down into mines that are miles under the Earth and see that it does get hotter down there. And yes, there is lava. And yes, there are most likely plates that are floating on this somehow. But the deeper mechanics really aren't known. It's just something, that I've always thought about. Most scientists will say, well, duh. Of course it's molten. Of course it's, solid iron or whatnot in the center of the Earth because it's the heaviest metals would sink to the Earth. It's just common sense. Then you think about the crust and start thinking about the centrifugal force of the Earth itself and how little we understand about gravity. And start wondering, how much credibility can we give to a hollow Earth idea or something similar to it? I definitely don't believe in the hollow Earth theory, but I also don't necessarily believe that there's a ball of metal under me. Of course, under those extreme pressures, we can simulate that in the laboratory settings. I think that's one of the most difficult things to understand is that we do a lot of these experiments to simulate the macrocosm within the microcosm by doing these little laboratory experiments and condensing matter, but there's so many other factors such as our observation of it as well as the different gravitational systems. We can't duplicate something we can't see, I guess. I don't know. Just some thoughts. What really is at the core of the Earth, It's just like what's really at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. I had somebody tell me, it's obviously a black hole. I say, yeah, but a black hole is just like saying God. It's just a label. What does that mean, What is a black hole? So we know light doesn't escape, but why? What is it, For that matter, what are we, I mean, every cell in your body is replaced about every 5 years. Every atom in your body is replaced every 5 years, rather. And about 98% of your atoms are replaced each year. The body that we have right now is not the same body that it was. It's like we're a constant flowing system. It's like we are these blueprints for an existence and for growth, for understanding. And it's amazing to think that you're not who you really were, a few years back. That you're a completely different person. Meaning that no one particular material in your body is responsible for life, but rather life is a combination of forces and laws and attractions that allow the body to form and to function. And I guess that just can't be understated. That's the most amazing thing to me. What is life? The definition of life. So we don't know what's at the core of our, Earth. seems like that's not as big of an issue as not even knowing what's at the core of our essence of personality. You know, what is the truth that we all share, you know, who we are. Grasping things with our simpleton minds and thinking that we have it all figured out. Some interesting things in life to ponder, and one of them for me is the constant change and shifting of everything. Nothing is permanent, and embracing that impermanence can be overwhelming sometimes if you really think about it. You know, the idea that everything will end, including ourselves. Then you go further and realize that there's no end and no beginning. So what does that end mean? You know, does anything really end? Did anything begin? What is this ball of rock floating through space that we are currently on? I don't know, but it has a lot of beauty in it. Every little component, every weed, every blade of grass, every root, every sap, terpene that's created for the benefit of the plant. You know, we think of these amazing human bodies and then see the vegetation around us like it's just nature. I'm curious to know how many people really see themselves as an integral flowing part of nature, as opposed to how many people feel like they don't belong, or feel like we don't belong on this planet. I don't think it's that we don't belong. I think it's that our behaviors don't belong and we're ashamed of what we've done. And I don't think it's even so much what we've done as what we haven't done, what we could do, you know. Well, chickens are still up. Yeah, you know, we can beat ourselves up about it, or we can make a change. Complaining never did anything. The only thing we get from complaining is knowing what not to do next time. Observe nature. It'll teach you everything you need to know. The little things in life matter a lot. Very underrated. Going out to the pond and visiting with the fish. Bamboo. Siddhartha. And all the wonderful, beautiful clovers that we call weeds. I won't get into the weeds thing. What is a weed, right? So, I guess that's really what I got. It's a fascinating life. We don't know what we are. We don't know what anything around us is, but we're doing our best to understand it. And I think we're, well, some of us are a lot closer than others, but I guess that's all subjective, right? Peace and love, everybody. Have a wonderful damn day. Ow!